On its best day, I find this movie's plot harmlessly mid, but for an experienced Ninja Turtles fan, you start noticing things are off in this movie from the jump. The first 40 seconds of this movie are spent very briefly describing the Turtles. Following that, you get an exposition dump that's less than 2 minutes long that explains the Stone Generals, the Stars of Keegan, and the 13 Monsters. And in my honest opinion, if you don't care about what's happening by the time you get through all of that, you should find something else to do with your time besides watching this movie. You might think this is small potatoes to nitpick, but in a movie that's less than 90 minutes long, you need to make your time count when telling the story. For me, pacing is what separates the upper tier of TMNT movies from the bottom tier. The next two TMNT movies closest to this film in runtime are Batman vs. TMNT and The Rise of the TMNT Movie. Both of these films are tied for the shortest runtime in the franchise, and watching either one of those movies compared to TMNT 2007 is a night and day difference. But comparing this movie to a couple of the greatest films in the franchise is a bit harsh. So to compare it to another Ninja Turtles movie that I find mid, even Secret of the Ooze has its pacing issues. But at an hour and 28 minutes, the story that movie tells is way easier to follow in my opinion. Stuff like this matters when you have criticisms of not liking the story. Pacing issues aside though, my biggest issue with this movie is that the main villain has no pre-established connection to the Ninja Turtles. And this is where my biggest rant about TMNT 2007 is about to begin, so brace yourself.